Hey, we're here. We're late, but you like it because we're still here. Enjoy it. Woo!
Hell yeah. And
The
we'll
whiplash.
go right into your recap, and then we'll follow it with Shan's.
Oh man,
It's
I gotta
okay.
try.
We can just
put
do
on-
odds.
Gotta try
We're
and put
good.
on an accent now. This is ridiculous. After after weeks of trailing behind them, trying to catch up, they stumbled upon me. Need to do better. They seemed to be in a real rush, but the weather was something fierce. Could not see but a few feet ahead. We got to a broken bridge and acting with haste, me try to run along the wall. Nymeria would be so disappointed. But me got myself across. One of the group keeps bringing it up though. Reminds me of the ones back home. Just need to inhale and exhale. Don't let them see your rage. A bit further, we were accosted by some ice spirits. Some struggled, but we got it done. After a bit, the big one saw a campfire and two others sitting nearby. We'll go and see if they be friend or foe.
Hell yeah. Thank you for that. And that is where we're gonna run right into it. As you guys have seen this camp, you've gotten to about there, trudging through the snow. And the floor is yours.
We were sneaking, right?
Let me scroll up.
Oh, were we
Yeah,
thinking?
have they seen us?
They have not noticed you yet. You also were not sneaking. There's no rolls, at least. So.
Yeah, I
We
don't
weren't
think we were.
sneaking.
I think we were hustling.
I thought you did really good, Art.
That was incredible art. You're
I like it.
so cool.
Stop it.
She sounds so hot.
Stop it.
I'll just like stride into the campfire light.
Oh,
That's
were we
crazy.
not-
Okay.
No one's here to stop
were we
me.
not sneaking? I thought we were
Barbarian.
just-
Okay, alright. Okay.
No one said anything. Y'all left me to my own
Alright.
devices.
You said sneaking, and then
It's the word
okay.
stride for me.
Yeah, we can walk.
I'll just like
we're
I'll announce
striding.
myself first, like before I just like pop in on them. I'll just be like, "Hey friends, have you seen a guy who looks like me but like old?"
How close do you get before you announce yourselves?
I'm probably like as far as right on the edge of the firelight. As I'm walking into it, I'll start announcing myself. So maybe
Just like-
30 feet.
Emerging out of the blizzard,
40
like,
feet.
hey friends.
Hey friends. Yeah, I mean,
What's up, bitches?
Good thing you've got enough health to avoid this power word kill, right?
Right?
My question I'm asking, would you have stepped like right there?
yeah, probably. I mean, I would have started talking first before I like entered the light ring or whatever, but then probably
Warding
just
glyph
entered.
moment.
There's a
It's
blizzard
time.
happening too, so we can't see. So I'll probably be closer than normal. Yeah. Good old tripwire.
Well,
But a spell.
You definitely set off the tripwire, but first you're gonna set off a glyph of warding.
I hate it when I'm right.
Damn.
Look, honesty is the best policy, and I can't help that no one else is trustworthy. They put glyphs on the ground.
What a bunch of virgins.
They don't own this ground.
I lied. I clicked on the wrong square. Would have been that one. But
Martell never would have did this to you. So.
can anyone who would be in this circle
Whoa!
make
To
me
be
a
fair-
dexterity saving throw?
So
I didn't
everybody's
think-
but me.
I didn't
I'm-
place my token there.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
did. That's
think
why I'm
anybody-
asking. I
yeah.
didn't place you guys, so, I
When we
placed
left-
you guys. You didn't place. So if
When I
you think
left
you'd be the
last-
first story,
I would
I was
absolutely be
ahead
a
of
close.
everybody.
Okay.
So I did walk ahead.
Everybody who's within 10 feet of me has advantage on this and +3.
I would have walked up,
Delicious.
not
Yeah,
because I think
boy.
Tor needs help, but because I just I like to feel included. And I'm still taking my fired bodyguard position very seriously. Fuck me.
I
Just
like
to
to
say,
be creepy and invisible, so I'd probably just like not be next to him, just
Okay.
lurking like
Yeah,
Batman.
nice.
I have a feeling Oni would have been trailing behind anyway.
Works for you. Adelaide, and are you so you'd be okay. Adelaide passes, and Lawrence does not. Just fails.
Should have been a 17, but yeah.
Yeah. And Tor, are you at 17, or is he? You're outside the circle, right, Rogue?
Yeah, I'm further away than 10 feet.
I'm trying to think if I would be like close enough.
It's a where you think you'd be standing, essentially.
How far ahead of the rest of the group is Tor? Because Rogue does try to always be centered so that he, for these sort of reasons, is covering as many people. That's up to you, Colby. Are you like 20 feet ahead?
Well, when we left last time, I'm the one who noticed the light, and I started walking to it, and I was ahead of the group. So I don't think I announced that there was a light. I just kind of trudged off to the side. So I don't know if anybody just took follow.
I think I even
I'll go
said
ahead
I
and
was
be in
following
this.
you.
I'll be in this circle. I'll go ahead and roll.
Okay. All right.
Yay!
You
Will
say
too, so.
everybody saves but Lawrence.
Can I?
And,
Woo!
I'll get you for this.
it's gonna be as you step on the snow and it just begins to melt around your foot, and this glyph just like lights up underneath your foot and explodes. Whoever failed, so Lawrence, you'll take 5d8 acid damage. Everyone else will take, well, you'll take that. Everyone else will take 12.
I'm gonna use my reaction to interpose the shield and take nothing.
Hell yeah.
I am resistant to acid.
Hey,
So
Must
I'll
be
take
nice.
a quarter of that.
Hell yeah.
I would just quietly kind of mumble, "Oh fuck," and then get exploded with acid, and now he's like, he's like,
So
Oh, Adelaide's doing absorb element.
hell yeah.
I eat it for
They
breakfast.
about skipping a beat. They don't really turn towards you, but you hear from the one on the right. Be you friend or be you foe?
Oh, man after my heart. Well, we're all pretty friendly here. I shake the acid off. But I don't. I stopped striding there, but like I don't like. The acid's just dripping. It didn't phase me. I'm just like.
I mean, it would do you well to watch where you're going when around a camp with a wizard. And
Maybe
then
the wizard well
there
did
you
not
see
light a fire if he didn't want people around his camp.
had to eat somehow.
Couldn't you cook it with magic? He says as he's like putting the shield down.
That's
Thank you, Rogue. I
boring.
didn't want to be mean anymore.
It always tastes a little rubbery, maybe a little dried out.
My stomach's melting.
You're not supposed to boil it.
No, it's like the way you gotta cook it with magic is you like convince the weave to throw like these invisible energy waves at it.
Tor zones out.
Oh my god.
Instantly.
Chan, before you do yours, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a hand on Lawrence and Adelaide and give them each 20.
Thanks, buddy.
So the thing about Mad, Tor's gone.
Just glazed over.
My skin is no longer actively melting, but it's pretty melted.
Like a Barbie that got left in the sun.
Come, join the fire. We'll trade.
Are there any more
Yeah, Tor pokes in
Explosions.
front of him, like,
Oh.
see if there's any more landmines.
Yes, sorry. You see he this isn't exactly how the spell works, but you see he like snaps his fingers and like here, and here, all like the snow glows a little bit, and then he just says, "Okay, well, they won't trigger for you guys anymore."
Holy
Flashback from the snow
Jesus.
globes.
You get to set stipulations for the spell, so yeah.
Again, have you seen another big green guy walk through here?
A big green guy. I don't know. Have we, Alex? No, I don't believe so.
I remember the guy's name, so I can tell Martell his name later.
Thank you, best friend.
No, we are... Well, what are we doing, Zorik? Well, we're researching for a book. That's what we do.
Why the shit are you up here for a book?
We're chasing the great owlbear queen.
What? Sorry to think one of my eardrums melted out. You're gonna have to speak up.
Are you trying to see it or kill it?
I do not wish to kill such creatures. What do you take me as? They're majestic. They belong to...
Couldn't-
or they need to be protected.
Couldn't you just scry on it?
Well, museum.
You don't know how scrying works.
I don't, that's true.
They would have to like know it or have some piece of it.
I'm just imagining an owlbear with a crown.
True.
Seems right.
Could I like, as everyone's talking, my eyes are kind of like dashing around. I'm trying to see if there's like, you know, any suspiciousness in the way that they're speaking, any like, you know, slow movements toward a weapon, any like eyes dashing up into the distance, like looking for, you know, their reinforcements so they can ambush us. Like I'm
I
just
was about to ask that. Yeah.
Jeez.
Give me an insight check.
I'd love to. Thank you.
Could I roll also?
Yeah.
Not. I don't know if it's insight, but I was gonna ask if there's others around.
That would be
or something.
perception.
Yeah, that's fair. Well,
With a 16 insight, you see Alex's sword is in front of him as he was sharpening it, so if he had to, it wouldn't be far. And you see Zorik is tapping his fingers on his knee, almost in like a pattern, as if he's like recasting something.
Like
They just-
actively?
Yeah, they just appear to be on edge.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Can I get a gauge on like just how shiny that sword is, or just how well they do the hand movements?
Very shiny, pretty good hand movements.
Okay.
It's like Naruto.
I will say,
Yeah.
you don't quite think they're like stronger than you guys,
Okay.
if not
Yeah.
as strong, but
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Is this like is it a Jessup in the tavern situation, or is it
Hey,
Um,
he survived, okay?
with
Thank
a
you,
10
that's it.
perception,
Yeah, that's
you
fair.
don't see anybody around.
yeah.
Alex, Zorik, Tor.
Nice to meet you,
Yes.
Tor. And Alex says, "It's one hell of a blade, son."
Thank you. It was a gift. You do know
Sorry.
this is
Snaps his
dragons.
fingers and more logs appear around the fire.
you do know that you're camping with a fire around in dragon territory. Well, was dragon territory.
We've been in tougher predicaments, isn't that right, Alex? Only sometimes.
Something did just take out the dragon in one hit, so it's just tougher predicaments.
Zorik looks a bit bewildered, takes some notes, puts a book away. You see he has this like, it's like this big, this like blue leather bound book that he's taking notes in.
Tor's eyes glaze over. Just not making that a thing, but
share the fire. And then Alex says, it's been a while since I've heard a story from anyone other than Pipsqueak over here. Shut the hell up. And they both just laugh. We'll trade you a story for a story.
Tor remains standing. I don't know if we have time for a story.
You know, I will say, now's a good a time as any if you wanted to rest and get ahead on the next day. So, like, you could long rest and be up bright and early to hopefully wait out the end of this storm and actually get some movement in. Because it is still snowing pretty bad. It's not like blizzarding anymore, but...
Okay.
If the party wants to wait, then Tor will wait.
I'll do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
Look
call.
into the big man.
I mean, yeah, we have nothing to go on. So no footprints, no way of tracking, nothing. Just know he's in this general direction.
Do I know about how visible this fire is? And do I think that, like, maybe Tuanath might potentially find his way here?
Give me a survival check?
I think the better question is, even if he could see it, would he come? Which I think is a no.
That's true. That would probably be insight if I were to think about that. Which one do you want me to do, Denny?
Well, survival for, like, how far you can see the fire, insight for Tuanath problems.
I'm gonna use guidance on as I ponder the survival question. Great.
Damn.
Yeah, it is a big old fire. It's
Possible.
not super big. But you also know that it is snowing, so like visibility is not great.
No, but as for Tuanath, I have no idea if
Damn.
how he would feel about it. Hey, it's good to get it out of the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, as Tor says that we have nothing to go on, if possible, I'd like my familiar, as I'm conjuring them, to set out, and I'll try and, like, for as long as I can, have them kind of fly. It's an owl flying out in the blizzard, trying to see any kind of, like, sign.
Okay.
Is it a snow owl?
Maybe. I'll just stand there, like, zoned out.
Doesn't it take an hour to conjure?
Ouch.
Let me see.
What?
I don't remember.
Is it a snow owl?
It is
Yeah.
a
I think
snowy owl, I think.
Yeah,
Or
find
barn
familiar.
owl,
It does take an hour. So
I think I don't know how the druids. I know they have something
Yeah,
special.
hold on.
That they
yeah,
can
you
do.
might have a thing.
Yeah, I do. Thank
You
you.
expend like a wild shape or something, and you could do it or something.
As an action. But it
Oh,
says
there
I
you
can
go.
cast a spell.
Yeah,
Without
you
material
can just
components.
cast it without the material components, so it still.
Oh,
takes
it's
an
still
hour.
an hour. I see.
I'm happy to stand there and spend an hour casting it if
Yeah, you're
that
good.
is fine.
I think
I'll
I
just
mean,
do what I'm doing
cool
over
with you
an hour.
casting it like while everything's happening, you can still be like an active participant. I just meant like
Yeah.
like snappy. He's here now and searching.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm chilling.
If,
Yeah, I'll toss some incense and charcoal in the fire and join you in the summoning.
if we are going to be sitting here for an hour, unless Tor has a
Yeah, unless you
story,
want to cut away.
I'll do one.
Okay.
We're just summoning animals.
Uh,
Animals!
Tor's probably like propped up against the rock on the side or something, and just keeping an eye out.
Hell yeah.
Fair enough.
Just in
as
case he's-
as you throw the incense and charcoal into the fire, he looks you up and down. You don't have a spell book. Interesting. Takes a note. And then he snaps his fingers, and this appears on his shoulder.
Okay.
You never met a sorcerer before?
That's cute.
Aw.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm nothing if not a liar.
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Okay. Well,
Whatever you got to tell yourself to sleep at night. Sorry, wizards dunking on warlocks is just. a
That's
thing.
okay. Your wizard can dunk on my warlock, and my 7-foot-tall guy can visually fantasize about punting your gnome into the fire.
Absolutely.
whoa. Whoa.
It's like Charlie Brown going to kick the football.
Anyways.
I'm gonna go stand by Tor and say, if you want to leave, don't feel as if we have to stay here.
I mean, we're really not in position to travel after the ice fight.
Sure we are. I have like blood leaking out of my mouth when I open it. We're fine.
It'd be
We
smarter to
can
rest
make
it.
do.
Tuanoth disappeared for 20-something years. I'm sure he'll be fine for one more night.
I give him a hug. And I'm
You know-
gonna stare into the distance of the blizzard and directly into the back of the head of fucking Tuanoth and hope that he gets my my rage.
You know, Tor, not a one of us will fault you if you decide you want to keep going on ahead. We're off. We'll follow you in a heartbeat.
I know.
That's right. Sometimes it's not about the smart play, it's about the play that needs to happen.
But I couldn't. It'd be worse if y'all follow me.
I mean, I've had worse.
Right, we've been through worse.
I understand the risks.
I've been dead before. I'll die again. Whatever. No biggie.
It's terrible.
Zorik takes a note.
Would it make you feel better if you could sleep with the goose?
Me or the one that died?
I mean, either. Whoever wants the goose. I do have it still.
What is this goose, my fine
Give me
feathered
hands.
friend?
Well, I check in with Nebby to make sure she's not getting jealous of the goose.
No, Nebula is staring at Zorik.
He's bite-sized.
Yeah, I throw some more food to Nebby just to make sure they don't eat the gnome.
It's like the cartoons where they like unhinge their jaw and just eat all of it. Like that just happens.
I love that.
Me when there's chocolate
but-
ice cream.
Really, if you want to leave, we will all follow you, and we will not fault you at all.
Yeah, I just asked that I'm
It is
allowed
your
to finish
choice.
summoning the rabbit.
How close is it to nighttime?
It is. It's like 11:30 right now.
PM?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, it's worth it to camp then. It's slow going. We'll camp.
Are you sure?
I see the wisdom in that. More visibility in the day, less likely to get lost, potentially make up just as much time while well rested and able to see.
Exactly. And what if we pass him in the night? What if he's just laying? What if he tripped over a rock and bonked his head and we just walked past him?
I'd like to think it takes a little more to take your pappy out than that, but it's a good
Actually,
enough
oh my
He
one.
was
God.
just in the
Actually,
bed for
actually,
like
actually.
a month.
Wait a minute. Miss Adelaide just got that weird look in her face.
She knows how scrying works.
I'm gonna fucking get this guy's ass so bad. Oh, if he lays down and sleeps, dream.
Nice.
Slap stream button.
I'm right there. I'm like, bitch.
Nice.
There's a part of Dream where you can make the messenger appear monstrous and terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I love her, Your Honor.
Yep.
I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that because it actually does like damage.
Oh no.
Why do I
But
have?
Janet would be funny though.
It would be.
What's up, Combs?
No, I'm trying to figure out why the heck I have this in my inventory.
What is it?
Oh wait, never mind. I remember now. I didn't know what the Bracelet of Discourse was, but now I realize that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's our
we know.
Yeah, we know. We know.
I suppose I'll look to Alexios and Zorik and ask, do you have shelter or do you need some provided?
Sorry, I'm thinking. They well, we were gonna camp out under the stars. Under this interesting little spell called Tiny Hut.
That's
Oh,
probably
you got
better
tiny
then.
hut.
For us, Roke's gonna take out the folding boat and set it up upside down.
This is
To
our
make a
tiny
makeshift
hut.
hut. Yeah,
I'm gonna.
I'm never gonna use it for its intended purpose.
It's so funny. You're so poor. You just sleep in a paper hut.
It's a
Painted
magic
a
boat
roof on the
that fits
bottom?
in my pocket. That's dope.
That is very interesting. You see, he takes a note.
Can you stop taking notes, please? On our
It's
existence.
pretty-
It's very odd.
Just quieting.
I'm an author. I take notes on everything.
Can I read?
Does he
what's
take a note
written?
of that?
He absolutely does. What'd you say, Shan?
Can I read what he's writing?
You see,
The grocery
He-
list.
you see what he just wrote was strong half elf boy, interesting magic item. And
Hey,
then,
yo!
and then he says,
My Tinder profile.
scary
That's
elf
insane.
lady, ... suspicious.
This is bullshit.
You said a
Don't
story
be
for a
suspicious.
story.
Yes.
I can tell you a story, but only part of it. About a far more interesting boat. See, we've been on a few flying vessels that were boats. One had a nomadic tribe of cloud giants upon it, and they had a most interesting magical artifact with them. Have you ever heard of a deck of many things?
He drops the book. Yes.
They're oracles
Yes.
of the Cloud Giants. They had one such deck amongst them. And they offered us the chance to grab from it. Two
Well-
of us
Oh, God.
took one card. But I am brash and foolish, so I took 3.
Picks the book backs up. Makes addendums to your note. Brash, comma, foolish. Well,
The first one stripped me of my magical items, weapons and armaments, even my boots. The second summoned an avatar of death. Do you know what those are?
I believe I have seen some in some of the books in the Great Libraries of Rexentrum.
Then you know that I was challenged to single combat by an avatar of death. And unfortunately, my friends, I looked to him, including the one with the big sword, could not intercede for fear of replicating the problem. But as you can see, I survived. I'm gonna embellish it, barely.
Ooh. Well, I'm glad you lived to tell the tale. Alex, this Queen Owlbear is a farce, I believe. We must go treat with the Cloud Giants.
How are you gonna find him?
The same way we find everything. Diligent study.
Fucking nerd.
It might be.
He just kind of goes and turns around, starts setting up his tent.
Some of us don't take shortcuts.
I just spit your knife reading ducks and we dress your paper like a stupid little idiot.
Well, is there anything else to this story?
Kick a rock.
There was one final card. But that's not important. What's important is the fact that I can't tell you what I gave up.
Interesting.
And I don't mean that I won't, I mean I can't. I know I gave up memories. So be prepared to do that should you treat with the Cloud Giants.
I have a few memories I would like to lose. We shall see. He writes, like, for an alarmingly long time, like a whole paragraph. Then he flips his book back a little bit. What should I tell him, Alex? What about the one with the island and the chronomancer? The other chronomancer, you mean? Yes, that one. Give me an intro. I gotta find it. I see he's flipping through his book. And Alex stands up, dusts his armor off, pulls out a scroll. A tale as told by Zorik, the opulently bearded, he doesn't have a beard, Grand Arcanist of the 5th slightly recognized order of unreliable sources. You see he's got like a pin on his robes.
Does it look
Zorik.
handmade?
Yes. Zorik and the Isle of the Unwilling Moon. Gather close, for tonight you shall hear a tale so drenched in mystique, so soaked in perilous marvels, that lesser minds would spontaneously combust were I to recite the full truth. It
Lean
began,
over to Addie.
as
Oh,
all
sorry.
true legends do, with a map I won from a goblin playing the accordion. Don't ask what game we were playing. It involved honey and an invisible owl. This map, charred and suspiciously damp, pointed towards a place that should not exist. The Isle of the Unwilling Moon. So named because it only appears when the moon wishes it wouldn't. So naturally, Sir Alex the Bold and I set forth. And you see Alex, like, does a salute. Past the shivering current, past the yawning crag of regret, a terribly dramatic cliff that, sighs a lot, we sailed by borrowed hippocampus. The sky turned violet, the stars blinked out, and there it was, an island floating half an inch above the water, upside down, held aloft by a humming, sorrowful moonbeam. We dismounted our hippocampi, with tremendous grace, I must assure you, and stepped onto the inverted isle. Gravity was a suggestion. Fish flew, rocks spun, and my beard floated sideways and whispered secrets to a fern. In the center of the island stood a tower made of clocks, each ticking backwards, sideways, or just whatever they felt like. Inside, the Chronomancer, an ancient time mage with a head full of sand and a voice like thunder trying to remember the lyrics. He challenged us to a duel of riddles. One I only barely lost. And you see Sir Alex just shakes his head. He lost immediately. The price for losing? We had to fix time. Apparently it was leaking. Lucky for us, I too am a Chronomancer. So, using a spoon, a child's rhyme about turnips, and Alex's left boot, we patched time with considerable flair and exactly 3 explosions. Alex, except it was 4 explosions. In gratitude, the Chronomancer offered us 1 question each to ask of the universe. Sir Alex asked if love was real. I asked if I could publish the story with a slightly handsomer version of myself as the protagonist. The universe wept, which I took as a resounding yes for both of us. We left the island as it blinked out of existence, presumably to appear next where it's least convenient. And that, my friends, is how we saved time, lost a perfectly good boot, and discovered that turnips hold the key to all temporal stability. Write that down.
Do I believe
Now.
this?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
I'd
can I
also
help?
like to make an insight.
You can. Anyone can make an insight check or help or whatever.
I'll help you, Rook, and
Oh,
side eye.
Bombastically.
Oh, this is so fucking embellished. Something similar maybe happened, but who knows how true it actually is.
quite the tale.
Turnips.
Turnips.
Right.
He sips
What?
a cup of tea that you didn't notice before.
Does the tea have a turnip in it?
No.
Then I don't care.
Okay. He then looks. A goblin's elbow. Interesting. Snaps and the teacup just burns up into fire and disappears. I can read tea leaves as well.
What does a goblin's elbow tell you?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Read a book. You may find out. And learn how to do your magic.
Could you read our fortune then?
I could certainly try.
Though
Though I just burned up my last teacup. Do you have a teacup?
I do.
Miss Adelaide would be mad at you if you strangled him. Yes.
I quite like him. He's like a little jester. I assume we have when we carry
yeah,
rations and stuff. There's
Absolutely.
I don't know, stuff to whatever.
Mhm.
I probably have never used mine, but I'll hand him the teacup.
He puts some tea in it, pours some water in it. You must drink this.
Oh, great. What is it?
It is a lime hibiscus tea from Marquette.
Oh,
Ew.
isn't someone from Marquette?
Look over at August.
I
Mo?
also look at this. Nobody is from Marquette.
Oop.
I'm not even sure Marquette's a real place.
I've heard
Me
it's made
either.
up.
See, now you're getting it. Now you're getting it. He writes another note. Smarter than he looks.
Well, here's to good health. I will drink it and make a face.
Hell yeah. What do you think your tea leaves look like? We can roll for something. You can describe something.
Can I roll for tea leaves?
Yeah, roll for tea leaves.
What do you want to roll?
Hang on. Let me see if this exists.
Surely.
Tea leaves D&D table.
I'm having flashbacks to the last time this campaign where we had our fortunes read, and it was in El Pierre, or rather Piermont at the time.
Yeah.
It did not
That was
go
Lawrence.
specifically well. Oh no, I got mine read too.
Oh yeah, you did too.
I don't remember that because I was flying.
That's true.
I can't find a table.
Hold on. I have a list of 144 symbols.
Let's
Does
go.
that help?
Let's go. Roll a D144.
Okay. Roll D144. Oh, it's not a good number. No, I have to count back to 93. Please move. Please continue the conversation. I'll be counting 93. 2, 3, 4.
So, what are you guys doing here outside of looking for a green guy?
Looking for a white guy. He means the white dragon, but he does not elaborate further.
They both look down. Well, you found two.
Nope.
How tense does
Technically, you're both more like beige.
Astute observation, my feathered friend.
Thank you. I'm very astute.
You're absolutely astute, August. Never met someone astuter. Tor looks like he's gonna explode, I think.
I don't think so. I think Tor is probably there's an upside down boat, and he's probably just pretending like he's just done and trying to get this day over so he can get on as early as possible. But secretly keeping an eye open because Addie just drank tea from a random person and she doesn't blow up.
It's cocaine too.
A white man?
Not again, not again.
No, you're the criminals!
Just drinking in general is weird, so I'm just like
It is very weird.
just like eye partly open, just kind of watching, but trying to get it over with. These
You two
guys,
haven't-
Tor literally doesn't care about these guys in terms of if what they can do to him. He's
Fair.
if that makes sense. He's not tense from these guys. He's more just ready to be on his way.
Fair enough.
Ye-
Go ahead.
Have you two scouted around this area? Any useful information you can tell us? Landmarks or game trails, anything like that?
Well, this is about as far as we've gotten. We know there is no Queen Owlbear to the south of us, and there are mountains to the northeast. I know this is not helpful, but it has been blizzarding all day. I apologize.
Do you have a quick way to get home if something goes awry?
If I could find somewhere to draw with this chalk, and he pulls out this like sparkly purple chalk.
I have paper.
Do you have enough paper to make a 10-foot wide circle?
Do I have enough paper for my
No.
for my maps?
That's so much paper.
You just take out maps I've drawn and put them upside down.
A cartographer. Very interesting. He takes a note, and then he grabs the teacup from Adelaide. A wheel! A wheel! Dear friends, this is one of the most auspicious shapes to ever grace a wizard's teacup. Destiny spins her spokes in your favor. You stand at the center, and all the world turns to meet you. Change is coming, cycles shall complete, and you will find yourself precisely where you are needed. Precisely when you are needed. You are not being dragged forward, you are rolling into greatness. And then he smiles.
Brother.
Also, you may soon encounter a talking goat. Be polite. It knows things.
Oh. Okay.
Gonna lean towards Adelaide. I think this is a load of barnacles.
I think we've actually come across one of those weird sex cult things.
What?
Yeah.
Where'd the sex part come in? I don't
know. I just feel like this is the start of like one of those like
What they put in your tea?
What did they put in the tea? Hibiscus? Is that a drug?
found
What is
it.
hibiscus?
Hibiscus is a flower.
Where the fuck did you come from?
Alright, well, I'm gonna take a cue from my good friend over there and get on down ready for bed. But just know I'm a light sleeper. And if somebody were to touch my pets, I would know.
Wow. Is that how you got into this predicament? Are you
He
being
just
held
points at
against
the
your
wall.
will?
I would know. And then he turns around and crawls into his tent.
As you're crawling in. Is that how you cast spells?
He just waves his big fat ass and gets in the tent.
Another mystery.
I'm gonna stick my head back out. Come on! And he points at August. Come here. Sleep time.
They just crawl in and curl up into a ball next to his face.
Fucking nice. He's just like, yes. A snuggle buddy, finally. This is what I need. And he snuggles up, passes the fuck out. But the hair is there watching. Always watching.
Oh, dang. This is an interesting one. This one should have gone to Lawrence, I
Man.
think.
Man, why do the dice be dicing all the time?
Hey, that's kind of awkward. You look in your teacup. What do you have? A gun! No.
A knife.
No. You first.
No, I don't need to sleep as much as everyone else does.
There.
So I shall sit next to the big grizzled-looking man. Politely.
He slides
That's it.
over and makes room on the log.
What did you
As-
get, Rogue?
Looks like a gun. You know what? I think that more specifically, I think it looks like the gun that Beetle used to have.
Brother, ugh.
Give me one moment. He takes the teacup and looks at the gun. Hmm. Well, this could be good or bad. Have you made any enemies recently?
Recently, I've had long-term enemies. Most recent enemies don't stay enemies, they end up dead.
Pulls out his book, writes grim. Well, a gun in the leaves speaks of force held in tension. Great power, but great potential. It is focus, it is decision. I don't see this as a warning of violence. I see it as a sign that soon you will find yourselves in a moment where clarity, choice, and courage will converge. It's not about pulling the trigger, so to speak. It's about knowing when not to.
That's very optimistic. I hope you're right.
Me too.
Thank you, Zorik, Alexios, for sharing the fire. I'm going to retire now.
Roke. Before you retire, do you think your angry friend who retired early, do you think he would like any literature on how to properly cast spells?
I'm gonna ooh.
Between you and me, I'm not sure he can read that well.
That makes sense for warlocks.
Lawrence will remember this.
Hey, I'm saving you in the way that he's going to accept.
Next time you're dying on the ground and I stand over you with the hand that could save, I will reach down and grab you by the throat and say, "Remember that time you said I couldn't read?"
And that
Or
would be
take
the
a
healing
joke
word.
either, apparently.
What'd you say, Combs?
I said that will be your healing word.
It's like, I'll save you, but I'll be mean about it.
Yeah. I'll nod to Adelaide and whomever else is still awake, and I'm gonna go to the boat.
Oh, yeah.
We can't get off boats. Always on a boat somewhere.
I'm
Is
on a
there
boat,
anything
motherfucker.
anyone else would like to do before everyone turns in?
I would like to sit by the grizzled old guy. I think his name's Alexios. And I'd say, that's an awfully large sword for someone of your age. I kind of say it jokingly, but I'm kind of serious.
He laughs. Well, age is but a number, and when you have a bit of magic on your side, it's even more so just a number.
What's that supposed to mean?
He snaps his fingers and minor illusions, like a stag running through a forest. I'm not just a swordsman.
Oh. Very impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
And from where do you hail?
Myself, I grew up in Amon. Zorik grew up in the frozen wastes near Vasselheim. And he just grins and says, yeah, that city's kind of full of shit. Like, I know the gods are real and stuff, but, like, why?
You know
I
what?
fucking hate wizards.
I completely agree.
Here. Would you like
I
more
could
tea?
do better.
Absolutely not, thank you.
Fair enough, more for me. And he just pours himself another.
1/6. Sorry, baby. Very good. So, with you said you grew up in Amon, and I suppose what drew you to the sword then?
Make a persuasion check.
I'd love to.
It's to get
Just
women,
having a
obviously.
campfire chat to get bitches.
All right. He says, well, growing up where I grew up, there weren't many other options outside of steel. You could either join up or go a bit more sneaky and join the clasp. I detest thieves, so the army was my path.
Right. And you joined the military, I suppose, of Amon,
Yes.
and now you are a personal bodyguard to. I slowly look over at Zarek and then back.
He's chugging tea.
It's definitely drugs.
World works in mysterious ways. He has a weird charm about him.
Indeed.
Truth be told, he saved my life more than I've saved his.
It is funny how the world will bring otherwise unlikely compatriots together.
From where do you hail?
The moon. I laugh.
He laughs.
We all laugh. Rhodas laughs.
Or if that were true. I've heard it's made of cheese.
I have heard that more than once, in fact. Well, I should let you get some rest, I suppose. We plan to set off quite early tomorrow morning. We are on the hunt for another green giant-ish individual.
Well, I wish you luck. I believe we will look around our immediate surroundings for this Queen Owlbear, and then focus our attention on the Cloud Giants after.
Right. Good luck with that. And if you do write about us, you can add that our name is the Farsighters.
You see, Zorik just puts down the pipe that he produced from you have no idea where, but it's like 3 feet long, and picks up his book, writes Farsighters in it.
I do a peace sign, and then I leave.
You actually see Oni for the first time move also
What the
as she
fuck,
take
Joe?
as she also takes a book out and writes in it and then puts it back.
What did you write? What are you writing?
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were a statue.
Mm.
I'm joking. I can recognize a monk of the Cobalt Soul anywhere.
Ah, yes. I just like listening.
Fair enough.
I side eye. But I can't continually live being suspicious of Art's characters, so I go.
Yeah, everybody immediately suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
I will
Don't
go
be
into
suspicious.
the boat in which we all just like lay. I guess I get a massive spooning. I don't know how the fuck this works, but as I like lay down, I'm gonna hex towards Stad.
Hex? Oh, never mind. Not actually hex.
Pretty
But I
much.
will.
Dream.
Dream, 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 dream.
Nothing happens.
Yeah, I assumed that he'd be continually moving, but whenever he fucking sleeps, I'm coming for his ass.
Can't dream if you're dead.
That's hot.
That's ooh. Hey!
What?
Do I feel like the spell targets him?
What?
You think it targets him.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check.
Hold on.
You can use Wisdom instead of Int.
I'll just we can just
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Damn.
Hard to say.
Wait. Yeah. A solid 7.
Okay.
So
Yeah, hard to say. For some reason or another, it's not taking. But it's attempting to, at least.
it's coming for him, don't worry.
Now that I think about it, if you're suspicious of all my characters, Dream would literally work for everything. If you just
Yeah.
want to know everything.
I also was saying to the rest of the group, I don't think you were here, but the whole time I was thinking you were a werewolf, I had Moonbeam.
That's hilarious.
And I fucking forgot. Anyway.
You see Zorik passes the pipe over to Alex. It looks not quite as comical in his hands, but it's still a 3-foot long pipe. They smoke a little bit, and they retire to their opaque white dome that's has appeared behind them.
Like looking at it out of the corner of my eye, like grumbling to myself in the freezing cold. Fucking boat.
All right. The night goes by uneventfully. Before all of you wake up, except for those of you that have less amounts of sleep, you see Zorik puts a book in front of the boat, and he'll look at Adelaide and say, "This is for your friend. Anyways, we gotta go. Bye-bye. It was fun. I look
Good
forward to
luck.
writing about you. You as well."
I expect royalties! Don't think I don't know my rights. Goodbye!
I don't owe you anything if it's different names. And he just tells
Fucker! Fucking wizards!
Paddleade 4. Torrents.
Torrent!
Adeline, Todd.
this is the
Wrong.
book you see that he left.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it's like the book I gave you, Jessup.
Yep. Except that's by Guy's brother, Michael Fury.
Guy Fury, my beloved.
That's the
Yum,
next
yum,
book in the
yum.
series.
All right, you guys can take a long rest.
Can my warlock patron be Guy Fury?
Reflavor every spell to some bastardization of Flavor Town.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
No,
and
you
Helen
take the
through
fiend
hell.
warlock. Yeah, for Welcome to Flavor Town, hurl through hell.
Got my stuff back.
Hell yes.
I assume all of us, since Austin's not here, are the ones getting the 11 temp HP.
Oh my god,
Yes.
am I actually going to get it for
Yes.
like the first time ever?
You've made
Yes.
it.
I've done it.
He's
One
made
Did
it.
it.
of us. All you have to do is
One
just jump
of
off
us.
a cliff when there's a perfectly good bridge to walk across.
What do you
Something
mean?
extremely stupid. You're in.
Nice.
You're in.
Nice. Next cliff I see, I'm jumping off.
Welcome home when you're
I've
here with your
always said that.
family. It's called being gay.
Oh, I need to choose my spells.
Austin says hi.
Hi, Austin.
Oh,
Hello.
I miss you, Austin.
Bub dub,
Bibble
Bubbles,
double.
bubbles.
buddy.
But yes. Yeah, he gave you that book for Beetle.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I will walk over to Beetle, and drop it, like, I'm assuming it's a tome. I just kind of, straight on the chest cavity.
It's just a 1-page book, and when you open up, it just says "Get good."
That's insane.
Or just,
kinda-
or just says read.
So you drop it on his chest while he's asleep?
Yeah. Oh, like, as we're about to wake up. As soon as I know that you're going to get the mechanics of a long rest, I'm just like...
Okay. As soon as he's woken up by surprise, a gun has been produced and brandished, and he's just like, ah!
Time to read, Beetle. I push the gun away, like it's a toy.
What is this?
It was a gift left for you by the, gnome Zorik.
Oh, great! I love that for me.
What is the title of this book?
Congratulations.
Casting for beginners.
Is that it? Did I just miss it? Oh yeah, spellcasting for beginners.
It's so cute. Every, like, 2000s textbook from school.
I
I'm
just
sure-
googled this. Like, I was
I'm
furiously
sure
googling.
Zork like underlined simple like 3 times.
No.
Oh great, he lets
Um,
kindling, and that's so nice of him in this cold environment.
Right.
So are you ready to lead on?
Yeah, he stops feeding Nebby.
Just endlessly like a slot machine.
Yeah, they're just tossing like popcorn.
I
You know
imagine
those-
you
Wait,
need like
everybody
little
get
trick
ready.
shots.
Those little
Yeah.
black hole things where you can put a quarter in and it spins down.
You see Nebby scoots over towards the book and tries to eat it.
I let her eat it. In fact, I helped push it in.
Simple enough. You almost lose another finger.
That's
Lawrence,
okay.
You're developing bad habits here. We don't want Nebby to eat our books, no matter how little we look at them.
I'm not letting them eat all the books, just that book.
I think it should concern all of you that I'm the most avid reader.
You're really not, though. Like, I've purchased books on this journey. I am carrying books in my backpack. One of them is it's Adelaide's, though, and it's
one of them is
mine.
smut.
August takes out their copy of Tusk Love and holds it up.
Yo, that is. I hold it up with their hands and hold it up in the air, away from them where everyone can see it now. That is not mine. I'm carrying it for Miss Adelaide because she didn't want to, because it's heavy.
Why is it earmarked then?
It is not.
Why is it earmarked?
Look, it's
Why are you-
earmarked.
Maybe
If
you've
it was
been seeing
Beetle,
my
you'd have
backpack.
no idea, but it is bookmarked or earmarked.
I would never defile a book in such a way as to earmark it. That is cruel and unusual. Someone's been digging in my pack at night when I'm asleep and not paying attention, and rifling through my items, and reading this ungodly book.
Tor just walks past Beetle and puts a hand on their shoulder, and then just continues down the path.
The gladiator walk off. Gotti. I catch up with Tor. I realize that I have a spell in my arsenal that could be potentially helpful. But it depends whether you would like to find... Oh dear. Your father or find the village.
We know where the village is, right?
A village.
Pretty much.
Well,
It's at the base of the mountain.
yeah. Actually, only Tuanoth actually knew where it was at, right? Because didn't he see it in a vision, or did we all see it? How did that happen?
I'm trying to remember now.
I thought he had
I
another
think
little.
he saw it. Yeah. He did.
He
see
saw it and told us. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know where he told you.
Yeah. Let's probably just the village.
You want to get to the village?
That's where he's heading.
Alright.
But also, it'd just be nice to know that it's actually real.
I have this. I know it's not technically how the spell works, but I'm wondering if I could use Tor as a conduit because we're on like a mystical mountain. And I have my hand mirror, which is worth like scrying amount, which is fucking expensive.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that Tuanoth will find the village. He's too stubborn to not.
Okay. You are... You can absolutely do this. I will ask for an Arcana check with Wisdom, just because it is a little outside the bounds of the spell, but it's certainly something you can do.
Yeah, sick. I would have focused on it overnight for Faye Ancestry. Cool. And my wisdom mod is 5. If you want to choose that.
Wait.
You can swap out a
it's
proficiency.
plus 4. No. I was trying to do the math, and I was like, wait, I don't have your sheet open. So it's 17 plus 5 plus
27.
5 proficiency.
Yep.
we
Yeah,
have,
I have
Hell yeah. No, you're good. I just... The 5 proficiency threw me. I forgot that was at level 13.
Yeah, we're getting big now. We're big boys.
So with a 27 Arcana check, you can absolutely do this.
I would like to infuse it into Tor though, because it's like his whole thing. You know what I mean?
That's fine. You no longer need to roll. You know the fastest way to the village.
Nice.
It exists?
Yeah.
Huge.
It's a good feeling.
You know, it's about another day's trek through the snow. It is no longer snowing, but there is, you know, a day's worth of blizzard of powder ahead of you to trudge through.
Yeah, which Tor is taking the front on and is just plowing a path for everybody.
Hell yeah.
The bulldozer.
Your fastest path takes you down and into this valley, and you notice there's a frozen river flowing through the middle of it that you need to cross. Which, ba-ba-da,
I've seen this.
How fast is the river moving?
it's frozen.
Oh.
Okay, but how frozen? Or-
Seems like very. I will, however, let me lump you guys up real quick. I know this isn't, the order you're in, but there we are. But it is 10:35, and I require water and FTP. So this is where we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in a little bit. See you soon. Dev.
Hi, and welcome back from break. Wondrous Wildemount, episode 74. Here we are.
Hell yeah. There is a river crossing before you. These lights and fences don't quite exist, but I like this map.
Beautiful.
How thick does the snow look? Like, sustainable wise?
The snow is 2 to 3 feet deep,
Cool.
so almost a meter on the high ends. But
river's
the
frozen.
ice looks very frozen. Like, it's that, I don't know if you've ever seen like really clear frozen ice that you can like see cracks in, but you can see the cracks go down like feet.
I guess first things first, we've come to a source of potential wildlife. Does it look like there's anything other than us in the area?
Give me a perception check.
Awesome.
Sorry.
You do not see. Well, you don't see nothing. You see like birds flying around every now and again. You'll see like either like a winter sort of like white weasel or rabbit running through the snow. Like the signs of life after a storm are certainly here, but you don't see anything like that may hurt you.
Can I, like, this may be weird, but can I, like, when I get to the edge of the ice, just, like, wipe the snow away and see if I see anything in the ice? Is it
I'd
that
like
clear
to
of ice?
assist, because I was also going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
I know sometimes, like, river ice gets, like, opaque, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a perception check or investigation, whichever CJ can give you advantage with.
I think I can do it for both. Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
With a 22
Damn.
perception check, you can see down into the ice about 2 feet before like it gets too opaque, and then it's just like a deep, deep cerulean blue.
Okay, so no, like, toothy maw. Okay.
You think it's thick enough for us to just walk across?
I jump on it.
Nothing happens. Well,
Yep.
no, you've got winter gear on. You're fine.
No, like, like, cracking noises anywhere is nothing, just solid.
You hear like one sort of crack, but it's not like anything you're worried about. Like, obviously ice is going to crack if you jump on it because you're huge, but like it's not like a terrifying like we're going to die kind of crack. This is very, very deep ice.
Can I throw some pebbles onto the ice to make it sing?
Yes. It
Thank
does.
you.
Well, if we can
you
support
roll
Tor.
me a D100 as you do that, Nova?
Yes.
Okay. You see that the rock sort of bounces and makes the ice sing and then hits into this snowbank. Which then begins to move as out of that snow and the snow to the south pop up.
Ah!
Hold
I'd
on,
like
is this
Uh,
rocks and people popped out?
I'd like you to roll initiative.
Wow.
Those are zombies.
You know what? You're welcome for being a silly, goofy guy, honestly.
Yeah,
There you
thank
go.
you.
We were all trying to. We knew there was enemies. We were all trying to figure out where the hell they were.
Something
I just
told
wanted
me
to think
it
about
was
ice
gonna
sounding
move.
really pretty when you throw stuff on it.
All we had to do was just throw rocks, shotgunned across the place,
Wild.
and we figured things out. That would have helped in the cave when the random bats icicles attacked
True.
Lawrence. That would have helped everywhere.
You guys just gotta start throwing rocks at shit.
We just
And I-
Let me be a
every
silly
map
goofy
change,
guy.
throw rocks.
I almost ran across it, and I was like, one of these islands, these snow islands, are gonna move, and it's gonna be a thing. So I'm glad you did.
What do you
that.
mean? You didn't want to run across an unsure surface?
I almost did, but I was like, nope. Learned my lesson.
Private.
Learned my lesson. Not doing it.
Ooh, also a vibe.
Bang on.
2, 3, 4, 5. Shan, would you like me to roll for you?
Sorry, I just was dealing with my life.
No, you're good. That's why I asked.
I'm alive.
Hey. Okay.
I'm actually fighting, not Adelaide. I'm a level 1.
All right. Lawrence, you are first to act. Actually, you guys all go before they do. So if anybody wants to like move or do any cool combos, you got it.
God, we can be like Power Rangers. We can all come together.
I don't think that. No, actually, that's not a good idea because I'd melt the ice and it'd be a really bad time for everyone. So I'm gonna stick with what I know, and hex on the one that's directly in front of me. And then I'm gonna try and shoot it 3 times
Okay.
with Eldritch Blast.
Those
Do
all hit.
Okay, bestie, I see you. God damn.
Okay. As those hit him,
I don't like that.
you see the creature sort of turns to snow.
Oh.
Great.
And reappears right there.
Mama. Mamma mia.
Hot damn.
Cool.
So, question: is that reduction by half on the first attack, and then it appears and gets hits again, or is it?
So they all hit at the same time, so I'm just ruling it as one instance. I'm just mathing. 15, 25, plus 19 is 44. Okay.
Cool.
Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn invisible
Okay.
because I'm nervous.
Makes sense.
Nervous, and then I'm gonna just step a little bit to the side to maybe throw it off.
Hell yeah. Oni.
I didn't expect to roll this high.
You're a monk. What are you talking about? And you've got
Oni-
alert.
Yeah, I rolled like crap last time. Anyway, Oni will take out her sickle on the side and gonna do 2 slashes at this thing's like hip area.
Okay.
Is everything right? Yeah, that's fine. Boom! Hey, that actually did a thing.
Hit.
Boom!
Weapons dedicated.
I don't know. That one shouldn't be there.
Okay.
Forget that one.
Oh yeah, that's Astral Self stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
So 8.
yeah. And second hit. Ooh,
Wait a second,
That
it's rolling you
hits.
a d4. Isn't
That
this a dedicated
hits?
weapon?
That does.
this is a dedicated weapon. Wait, I just realized it's a D4. What the hell? Why is
Yeah.
it a D4?
What's it supposed to be?
It's supposed to be my monk die. It's supposed to be a
Okay.
D8.
Just roll that.
Well, hold on. Let me. I think I fixed it now.
Okay. Just roll damage twice.
Yeah, so that's 1. Okay, 2 9s. And after she slashes twice, she's going to get into a defensive stance, and I will spend a key point to do the thing.
Patient defense.
Hell yes.
Patient defense.
There we are. Dodge. Action. Roke.
You got closer. Well, that makes this easier for me. Yeah, and we're just gonna attack twice, probably smiting on these. Yep. I'm going to first level smite on both of these. Is this an undead?
Yes.
Okay. So 2 cracks of lightning radiate through the air. There's the first one. And there's the second one. Ooh.
Honestly, who are you with the high initiative roll and like the 2 good attacks right off the bat? Is this your final form? I'm nervous.
What's this fucking
Here's the thing. It's whenever like we fight fiends or undead.
No, what it actually means is he's about to die and he's going out in a final blaze of glory.
Yeah.
Anything else, Rogue?
Both of those things happened. No, I think that's good.
All right. August.
You're never gonna guess this, but I'm gonna shoot my gun.
August casts gun.
You and me both, babe. You and me both.
Fuck it, I will also go for the guy that's right in front of everybody. The other one can wait. You can wait his turn. Okay.
15 hits.
Hell yeah. And then
That. Almost. What is it?
I will do a hunter's mark actually instead of
Okay.
the other one for now. That may change.
That'll hit.
Hell yeah.
Double. Hell yeah.
And then I'm gonna move. Shocker, but only 1 space.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It's better than
Surprise,
nothing.
everybody! I moved 1 time.
Love
Better
it.
than nothing. We'll
Love
take it.
Adelaide.
I consider this an absolute win.
What does Tua's sword look like it's starting off with right now?
What is it? Hold up. What was the question?
What are you using? What like special damage thingies?
So on my turn, I saw Roke hit this thing with a bunch of lightning, and I'm gonna bring the thunder. I don't want to switch to fire because I don't want to melt the river below us.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same thought.
So it's gonna be I'm gonna bring the thunder.
Can you only change once?
As a bonus action, I can change.
Okay, cool. Can this thing make me a Constitution save? The one that's directly in front of the boys to
Theoretically.
In
Okay.
theory. Okay.
Just cause, for fun.
That's why in Spanish.
Because I'm casting a spell. This spell.
You don't need to know which one though.
I'd like to see if it works.
That is all the damage types that I can switch to. That is
Yeah, that's what I was
everything can switch
thinking.
to. Yeah.
Oh yeah! It's like an extra
Yeah.
wombo combo.
I didn't
That's
know
romance,
this was
baby.
a spell.
Yeah, me either.
Hell yeah. I had to look it up. I'm like, is this 2024? It's not. It's from Xanathar's.
Go Senator.
No, that's romance, baby. It's so insane.
Anyways, I'm just so flabbergasted. It's apparently.
I don't think you're
wizard
gonna
spell.
pass it because it's a. I think you're gonna pass it because it's a fucking giant. Yeah. And I don't have any woe, unfortunately. So.
Is 19 meets it?
I'm gonna roll. Yes, my DC is 19. Sad face. I thought this was gonna happen, which is why I was vague.
Fair.
Hate console.
That Yeah, me too. All the good spells are con saves. I am going to bonus action shift around into an abstract of deep space and constellations.
Hell yeah.
A hovering star. And I choose for now Archer.
Hell yeah. Does it
wait,
cast
I
the
can do
same
it.
turn you turn into it?
It does. Get this
Hell
up you. No healing though. That's mine.
Yeah.
And that is all from me.
Copy that. That bloodies it.
Just a little like ding to the side of its head.
Yep. Tor.
Well, surprise. I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna switch my damage to thunder, which I haven't done. I haven't done it very much because that's kind of Roke's thing. But I figure we're brothers now, so I can compliment you. So, as the lightning cracks, the thunder rolls, and I'm gonna swing on this dude, and then like an aftershock just explodes behind each hit.
Hell yeah.
Reckless.
Did you get big?
Reckless. Yeah, I raged.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those hit.
Make sure my stuff is checked. And we are just beating the crap out of this. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. 'Cause I can't switch that damage. So there's that. And there's that.
32, 41, 47. Anything else?
Yes, I'm gonna interpose myself between. He probably has a big range too. So I'm gonna just be like right there. I just
Okay.
want to be first when the guy decides to just move in on somebody. So.
Copy that. These are going to take their turn at the same time. This one's going to run up to Tor and reach out
Touch
And
Tor.
miss.
Nice.
And then swing swong. Miss hit.
Miss hit.
You will take. You're resistant to both, right?
Yeah.
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 So you'll take 12 damage.
12 damage. I haven't used this hold, but I'm trying to
Ooh, that's a good point. All right. So the freezing touch still misses. The first axe does hit though. And I'll crit fish on the last one. Nope.
Alright.
Okay. So that one's gonna be 14 and 4 for 18.
Okay, so 12 and 18.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just reading this to make sure of thing. These guys look icy. They're doing cold damage to me, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, okay. You do the bursty burst thing.
I was gonna do the bursty burst, but it does cold damage, so I'm just not.
Fair enough.
So-
This next one, the injured one, looks at Roke. 1, 2, 3. I believe the 24 hits.
As a matter of fact, it does.
Copy that. For 26 damage.
Jesus.
Jeez.
Back to the top. Lawrence.
Yeah, I phase back into existence behind this bitch. I'm gonna shoot her in the butt cheeks. Right in the old cahooter, you know what I'm saying? Right in the booty! Then I'm gonna proceed to roll the saddest dice you've ever seen.
That's the one right next to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 10, 25, 30, 42. You'll take the damage, then they will... Let's see what this negative one gets me. Okay. they're just gonna appear there. Anything else?
I end my turn.
Copy that. Oni.
All right. Oni sees it run away, like teleport away, and she's going to run up to it 15 feet. Right there, and then she kind of jumps up in the air and she comes down with the hickle. The sickle.
That's so dedicated.
That is dedicated. Thanks, man. And she misses. She hits ice.
That does miss. They meet the sickle with a large ice axe.
Nice. And as it bounces off, she kind of almost tumbles back, but she kind of does like a backflip, lands it because monk, and does a spin attack with the same sickle.
That hits.
That's so dedicated.
That's so dedicated. 7.
Right.
And am I gonna do it? Yeah. I'm gonna spend a key as she continues going through the spin, and she does a spinning back kick.
Hell yeah.
Where's the unarmored? Oh, here we go. Wham.
Hit.
Uh,
And he's spending key
wham.
points, so you get 2 of those. Yep.
Yeah, she does that. Then second, and then she follows through with like a roundhouse kick. Wham.
Hell yeah.
Wham.
This thing is looking rough. Anything else?
And then she backs. She actually, after she kicks a few times, she kind of kicks off of it and does like a backflip 20 feet to right there. Because I got movement.
You have mobile, right?
She does have mobile.
Yeah, I thought so. Monk shit. The fact
Orange
that
looks
Arlo,
extremely impressed.
The fact that Arlo wasn't a monk threw me so hard.
I was so weird. I was so
It was so
weird.
weird. And then I punch
Blood
him, and then
hunter.
I punch him, and then I punch him.
Uppercut, haymaker.
Oh man. All right. Roke.
Rogue drags his sword through the snow as he runs forward. Let's see. First attack with the emitter.
Hit.
Alright, we're doing just the damage on that. That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Roll. I'm gonna use my bonus action actually to shove Lawrence 5 feet away on the ice. Who knows, maybe he'll slide further. But it's only contested athletics if you don't want to be moved.
I think he's just so not expecting your short ass to shove him that he just kind of slides away like he's on Heelys.
Fair enough.
All right.
Above average. in height.
Yeah. The 6 foot, what, 6? Yeah, 6'6". That's how tall he is.
Sweet.
Alright, second attack.
Yeah, that hits.
We were close. We were close on that one. I'm actually going to omit memory with this one. Which means they take an extra 2d6 and they have to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw, or their next attack has disadvantage.
I'm gonna stop you right there. How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh, with the extra 2d6 or no?
You already said it. So
Yeah,
got
I
two
did.
sessions, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So he drags his sword through the snow, runs forward, cleaves into it once, using that momentum. It's actually weird on the ice. He kind of like spins and pushes. Lawrence catches himself with the sword on the ice, swings around it to come up behind his ankle, slice through the back, and the sword flashes. It's blue and purple as the psychic energy culminates at its head, and it just pops out of its ears what's left of its brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus!
Hell yeah.
That's weirdly attractive, though.
Stop.
It dies. Real quick,
You gotta stop.
Tor, can you roll me a history check at advantage?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no. Over under that, I roll over a 5 on this.
Over. With a 16, as this thing dies and sort of like turns to snow as it does, you heard stories about, frost giant culture growing up. If a frost giant is killed in a dishonorable manner, it can rise as a sort of like zombified, snow-infused giant, driven by a desire for vengeance. And you know that if these things do ever like go off on somebody, it can turn them to ice and shatter them.
Like
That
shatter
makes me
us.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yes. By go off on them, you mean remember that's ability they have, or just like if they like kill somebody, they're dead, boom, ice.
Hard to
Is
say
that their
with
touch
16.
ability they keep
Hard
trying to
say.
use?
All right.
That freezing touch.
E.T.
Yeah.
phone home.
And with that, August.
That makes me very nervous.
Yeah, I shout that information in a big booming voice because I'm fucking massive.
I will
Literally, shut up.
shoot the other one. And while doing so, move my hunter's mark with it.
Let me move.
Can't remember if that
Yeah,
hits.
that hits. Sorry, I was messing with stuff. For 28. All right. Anything else?
I stick my tongue out at the beast. The
Hell yeah.
creature, if you will.
Absolutely. Adelaide.
I'm going to bug zapper twice. Bug zapper 1. Bug zapper 2.
Alright, on the first bug zapper, well, we'll see if it hits. Or no, it doesn't. It would be automatically on the second one. So let me give you the dex save. It's gonna fail. It'll take
My
the 12
God.
damage. Then on the second one, that hits. So go ahead and roll.
Heck yeah! Boy, sorry, I've got my healing on. I should turn
You're
it
good.
off.
You're good. You see, with that, it turns to snow and teleports to there.
Oh, fuck! Shit! I back up.
Tor.
Seeing this thing teleport towards Addie's direction, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna punch this thing in the back of the head.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That'll hit.
Wouldn't take the thunder damage, which was a 1 anyways, so it takes 1 less damage than that. But bonus action grapple, so it can't go anywhere, so I'm just gonna try to keep it from moving towards my friends.
Is that opposed athletics?
I haven't done it in a minute.
I don't remember how
I
tavern
swear I
brawl
know my
works.
stuff. Yeah, I don't. This, when you hit to attempt to grapple checks, athletics contested by athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
This guy looks acrobatic.
Yeah, I get advantage on athletics, so we'll see how I do. I usually roll bad on these. Well, that sucks.
You see, it just swipes your hand away with the like the butt of its axe.
I feel like Tor is so strong that he just grabs onto it, but since it's a zombie, he rips off a piece of it instead of actually holding the thing.
That works. I like that better.
Yeah. In that case, since he's still walking forward or over there, and I don't have hold of this dude, I'm just gonna stab him in the back of the head. I'm actually just to add disgrace to it, I'm just gonna throw my sword through his head.
Hell yeah. Copy that for 22 damage.
Attempt to. In my mind, it was cool.
Yeah, it certainly cleaves off a bit of skin. Anything else?
No, that was my bonus action and stuff. So that is actually. No, I'll stay there. I'll stay.
Okay. 34. She did 19. August did. All right. He's gonna turn to Tor.
Yes.
And we got.
Yep, 17 hits. They all hit.
Okay. You are going to take 21. Then 4 and 14, 18? No. 4 and 9, sorry. 21, 13, and 15.
Can I? When the damage is split like that, I can't choose to try to like Stone's Endurance the Necrotic, right? It'll just come off straight off the top.
It's a super weird interaction. Yeah, I've been splitting it like half and half the whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like half would come off the cold, half would come off the necrotic.
Okay. I'll still just do that. I'll just Stone's Endurance.
Okay.
That's not Stone's Endurance.
Nope.
Man, that necrotic could have been a lot worse.
13. 13 health taken off that.
Okay, so we'll do pick high or low.
Low.
All right, we'll do 7 off the necrotic and 6 off the cold. So that is 7 plus 4 for 11 damage. So it's 11 plus whatever else I said.
Gotcha. I was mathing out how to do that, so I didn't listen, but I got it. So minus 14.
Whatever that is. And then Lawrence.
Oh, nice.
Lawrence is going to use his bonus action to recast Hex onto this thing in front of him. Lawrence is going to realize that in the first round, he cast Hex and then also used Hidden Step, which are both bonus actions, and he is very sorry because he totally forgot.
He wouldn't have attacked you anyways, so it's fine.
Radical. And then Lawrence is going to Eldritch Blast the fuck out of this bitch.
Those all hit.
Lawrence raises his eyebrows but does not question the DM.
These things have had an AC of 13 the whole time.
I thought it was 14 for some reason.
All right,
I'm also
we
going to roll
got
sad little dice.
11, 10, and 6, 17.
I think I've already established, like, if I don't specify when I cast Hex, it's targeting strength, but I'm re-specifying that again in this moment.
Copy that. All right, it's going to take this damage, and you see it teleport. Well, not teleport. Turns to snow and ends up there.
I'm in danger.
Anything else?
I end my turn.
Oni.
How tall is it?
15 feet.
15 feet. Okay.
If you want to use me as a boost point, like a gymnast,
I mean,
Just
sure, she'll do
I
that.
mean,
She's gonna run 15 feet over to Roke and jump off of his shoulders as she just jumps in the air towards this thing's face.
Hell yeah.
And if it's possible, she would like to. Well, before she did that, she would have put her sickle away, and then she would have jumped up onto its face, onto its head area, and then elbow it in the top of its skull.
Hell yeah.
Boom! Oh
Hit.
wow. Okay. A little Weasley 8. As she hits it, she tries to go for like a certain point to hit it at the top of her head. So key point, stunning strike.
Fail.
Oh damn.
oh my guts and Himmel.
Okay. I didn't expect that, Danny. I'm sorry.
You're good. It is stunned.
Yeah.
Successful.
So elbows it at the top of the head, and she's on top of this thing, kind of like holding onto it, and then she just punches it in the face. And then she does the same thing she did before, but instead she uses both her feet. She does like she kind of jumps up and kicks with both of her feet. So I'm just gonna roll twice. Oh, I'm gonna spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
God, I wish that were me.
So boom,
Okay.
boom. And it's 11 and 8 as she jumps off 15 feet and lands on the ground. I'll use what I need to not get hurt by it.
Acrobatics check.
Okay.
Unless you have like monk shit that doesn't cost key points.
Slow fall
Then yeah, you can do that.
as a reaction.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll just do that, land, and then she's gonna back up. Actually, no, she'll like move right there, and then that's it.
Hell yeah.
That's her turn.
Roke.
all right. Since it's stunned, there's advantage on these attacks. So,
Yep.
hiya.
Those both hit.
I'm gonna do a first level smite on one of those.
Okay.
The boys are hitting.
All right.
Hell
Oh, and he's
yeah.
an honorary member of the
Uh,
boys.
And it fails strength saving throws automatically since it is stunned as well. So this is a perfect opportunity to go ahead and use Kinetic Thunder. I'll go ahead and link that. Yeah, so it's going to take an additional amount of thunder damage. Here we go. No radiant damage, but it takes 21 thunder damage and it's pushed backwards. He slashes into it twice, lightning crackling out the second hit as he sticks the sword into the snow and just throws his hand outward, sending this towering creature a little bit further away. And
Yes.
that'll
Hell
be the end of his turn.
All right. August,
I shoot gun.
your attacks are at advantage.
It is exactly the same.
Hell yeah, for 21. All right. And then Adelaide, have you returned? Or are you still on phone?
Back, just
Hell
in
yeah.
time.
Uh,
Just in time.
The creature is
Just in
stunned,
time for
so
us.
attacks are at advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, yum, 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 yum. You know what it's gonna be. Advanced bug zapper. Damn.
Hit.
So close. Get this up, yeah. And super bug zap.
There
Oh,
it is.
that's what I wanted.
Gross. Hell yeah. Tor.
George's just gonna go ahead and just calmly stride past this thing, walking past Lawrence, and as soon as he gets close enough, he's gonna just yeet his sword into this guy's face
Oh yeah, brother.
for that, and then he's just not gonna slow his stride and keep walking, and the sword's gonna reappear in his hand, and he's just gonna try to lop this dude's head off.
That's so sexy. Oh my god.
23. It is barely kicking, as it is just
Bonus
paralyzed.
action.
This thing is.
Bonus action. And moonbeam from the belt buckle.
You're so stupid. I love it.
The buckle has moonbeam?
No, it's not moon. It shoots a beam of light from the moon.
Oh, okay. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck did I give you?
Yeah. I haven't used it because my bonus actions are so full. Oh shit, it's cold damage.
It
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
Range spell of attack. Let me just do. I'm just gonna do an unarmed since it doesn't have my bonuses on it. Boom.
That'll work. Go ahead and roll a
Yeah.
d10.
My fucking god.
Takes one
I just-
one damage.
It's dead, right?
No.
He's nearly headless Nick, though, after what you did.
You I'll spoil the secret. You would have had to roll max on that d10 to kill it.
There was a chance of it.
Yeah, absolutely. He can do nothing. Lawrence.
Rad. And I have advantage on him to hit?
You're
Kill that
That's so
bitch.
silly. For you, baby girl, I will. Blam, blam,
how would you
blam.
like to murder this thing?
Well, I see where it becomes nearly decapitated by the most incredible pelvic thrust known to man. And so I just aim right at that spot and let loose on that sucker and just basically finish decapitating it. And then with the last shot, hit its head as it's flying back through the air. Boom!
Yo, I
It
love
falls to the ground, quite dead. You guys are out of initiative.
that. Hey.
Which means I can change the music.
August. You might want to throw rocks on the rest of the river.
I will throw more pebbles.
You're good. Nothing happens. In fact, stop me if you'd like to RP, but you guys continue on finding the path. It's a good thing Elemental Bane didn't work because find the path is still active.
True. Yeah.
So you continue to find the path, and you're going towards this town. And you come across this clearing. You guys can pull yourselves out to the south. Actually, it's daytime. I don't know why this is lit. I think I had it lit
rabbits-
for snow before.
Still doesn't have sight.
I keep changing it on the sheet we're on.
On the
and then-
token, yeah.
Yeah, and then never saving it.
A lot of footprints around here.
I will
The
say
actual
you
footprints.
don't see those. That's
No.
sorry. You just see.
Man, I'm
clearing.
looking for footprints. I see nothing.
You see a snowy clearing ahead.
I get
Uh.
an eerie feeling that this snowy clearing is a perfect place to have a fight. Anyone
No
else
more
feeling
pebbles,
that?
August.
just gonna go ahead and hand August my bag of ball bearings.
As you look like you're about to yeet a bunch of ball bearings into the snow, somebody steps out from around that rock.
I squawk.
Easy there, bird.
Hey,
Hey.
You made it. Good to see
you
you.
all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Told you I'd wait before I kicked anything off.
Of course.
Could you at least leave me a note next time?
I literally left you a note.
Yeah, outside where like you're like, oh, maybe they'll find it.
Did you find it?
Look,
I'll do better.
just tell me next time. You're getting up there, okay?
Oni was still in a fighting stance, like, I don't know who this is, and then sees everyone talking and slowly just starts like looking over his shoulder like, oh, okay.
Who's this one?
Oni.
She's our resident kicker.
Two and off.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
She nods. You'll be this one's father.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So did you successfully scout something?
Yeah. Not too far past here. Maybe another couple 100 yards. There's a good vantage point.
Just because I'm paranoid, Tunoth seems like himself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
We're here to roll dice, aren't we?
Hell yeah. Yeah, he seems alright. Seems a little bit cooled off from the last time we spoke.
Well, I guess I look at Tor. I look back to Tunoth. If you're ready to lead us there.
Oh wait, I'm actually exactly that. Before we get into anything.
What?
Tor is bloody.
Oh, okay.
No, he's basically bloody. Before we get into anything.
Did you just use the B word?
Dave?
The B word? Oh my god. What can I say?
I can't use the H word anymore.
Health.
Her.
Alright.
Healer.
Oh, there we go.
Adam was
like,
mad at
what?
me for months.
Get this up, yeah. Ooh, 777s.
Thank you, man.
21 to you.
Does anybody else need some juice, by the way, while I've got my arm up on the desk?
I'm down by 25.
Do you want some?
I wouldn't say no.
For you, sir? A level 1. Enjoy.
Thank you. You didn't have to say it like that, but
This just in.
Casually heals 13.
Been watching too much Cloudward Ho for that. He's a rowdy.
A rowdy.
Was it you that's watching it as well, Colby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched him.
Hell yeah. All right. You guys heal up. I'm acutely aware of the time, so Tunoth will lead you towards the sort of overwatch position he's found. And before you, a village sprawls across terraced mountain hollow, carved into the bones of the Flockhead Alps, where frost clings year-round to stone and pine alike. Towering longhouses of dark wood and glacier blue stone line the ridges, the roofs steep and smoke-veiled, built to withstand howling winds and avalanches alike. Massive archways, clearly made for the frost giants, stand beside humbler, sturdier structures sized for Goliaths. Totems etched with ancient runes mark the pass between homes and larger structures, each carved with the tale of hunt, birth, and a storm survived. Snowdrifts between the buildings gather. Storm drifts gather between the buildings. I'm great at reading. But everyone... It looks like home. It doesn't feel like home. There's no music. There's no hubbub of life. And as you see people moving, they appear to be moving slower. You don't see any weapons or hunting utensils. You see mining picks. And short of any questions, that's where we'll pick up in a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Yeah, we're not playing next week.
Oh my god.
I'm out of town, as is CJ and Dev.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
I said it at the start, but you accidentally disconnected. It was during that, and I forgot to restart.
Oh, right. Screw me. I'm such a
I got
made
back
it!
just in time to say, and that's where we'll leave off. And I was like, okay, cool.
We made it to the burrow.
You
We're here.
did.
The
Wow,
children yearn for
that-
the mines, the glass, yes.
The children do.
Did you
yearn
want
for
to do
the
something,
mines.
Nova?
Huh?
Did you want to do something, Nova?
No.
No,
Alright.
no, no.
Well, for those that are watching, thank you for watching. We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you, loves.
Bye-bye.